Hey guys, this is Chris Mincolla with the Mincolla Group Real Estate Pros over at West USA Realty, and I'm here with a really smart guy. His name's Evan Einhorn,
Thanks.
with Modern Home Lending,
Yeah,
mortgage
working
broker.
out of the home office. So
Yes.
this is my life lately. I mean, I can't complain helping people, but yeah.
Yeah. So um, let's talk real quick about what we're seeing, Evan. On my end, we're still pretty busy. I mean, we've had a
Yeah,
few people who want to hold off on selling or buying, but in general, yes, there's a little bit less inventory, and we were kind of already had an inventory shortage to begin with this year before this all happened.
oh, for
Um,
sure.
and when I say inventory shortage, it's just the fact that Arizona or the Phoenix area just sells homes so fast that it's like we can't get enough on the market. Builders are still building. They're doing by appointment only, but they're still building. Their prices are still going up. I just checked on a couple of our people who are buying new homes, and their equity is still rising. So we're still seeing that kind of, the same. But yes, there has been quite a bit of drop off on, I would say, on showings and things like that, because people are just worried about what may
Of
happen.
course.
But it's also a great opportunity because, a little bit less competition. So it'll be a great time to either list or buy. And Evan, you want to kind of look at where we are on rates and things like that right now?
Yeah, thankfully they've stabilized a bit. I think I saw Freddie Mac mention the national average with some fees was just under 3.5%, which is very low.
Yeah.
So, everyone's rate's different. Contact me for a quote, but comparatively, they're within a quarter for the most part of the lowest that they've ever been in U.S. history, and they have stabilized. We're not the last week we haven't seen them jump up and down like we have in like 2 or 3 weeks ago, where they were very volatile. So, been very nice on our end to help some clients quote them, actually lock in the rate before it moves up. So, I mean, I couldn't complain about rates today. You can't. There's no way. There's no way.
That's great. And,
So,
and Evan, just to confirm, that's not really paying down rates or anything. That's just the kind of general average rate you're seeing right around that range.
yeah, I saw the Freddie Mac national average with this is the average rate, and the average points
Yeah.
was like 3.4 and change and 0.7 in points. So it was paying some fees. Again, on most situations, we're much lower than the national average. So,
Right. And when we
um,
say paying fees, that's not necessarily out of pocket, right? You can roll that.
correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't, the majority of our refinances are no cash out of pocket. So,
Right. Awesome. So with that, before we get into the next topic, it's, if you are seeing that you're having a hard time, guys, might be a good idea to talk to Evan or Cindy about, hey, is it a good time to do a cash out refi, or just try to lower my payment and get a couple of months where you don't have to make a mortgage payment because you're refinancing, right?
right.
So
And actually be able to skip it and truly skip it and not pay it.
yes, right.
So,
Yeah, because that brings us into the next thing, and that is forbearance, right? So
right.
let's we talked a little bit about this a couple weeks ago, but let's kind of just go a little bit deeper, or kind of remind people what that really means.
Yeah, so I do want to, I feel very strongly about this because there's a lot of bad information out there.
Yeah.
Basically, several weeks ago, the government mandated for FHA, VA, and conventional loans backed by Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac. So pretty much almost every loan out there, you are allowed to skip up to 12 payments by going into forbearance. So they're making that mandatory. It won't impact your credit reports. Now, here's the catch is I always recommend if you can make your payment, make your payment. If you can't or are struggling or, it may impact your living situation, reach out to your servicer to discuss the options, because a forbearance, all that guarantees is, let's say you skip 3 months payments and it's $1,000 mortgage payment.
Mm-hmm.
3 months from now, at the end of the forbearance, you're going to owe 4 payments, the 3 you skipped plus the next one. So you're going to owe 4,000 at one time. That's all that's guaranteed. So every servicer has to allow you to do that. Some servicers typically ones that also own the loan. Some servicers are letting you tack on those few payments to the end of the loan. I'm getting a lot of calls because people call their servicer, they explain the situation, and then they realize they're not actually it's not actually helping them. And then I kind of explain that. And, we were talking prior to this phone call a bit about servicing.
Yeah.
The government may step in, they may get involved to change this and mandate it across the board. But as of right now, all I can ask people is call your servicer and see what options they're offering to you.
And that's the key word, right, Evan? Because if I'm renting right now, I don't have as many options than if I own. I mean, let's
Right.
face it, right? So
Right.
it's a great thing about being a homeowner, right?
Well, yeah, we'll add a quick note there. If you are renting, Arizona does have $5 million. I don't expect it to last very long. If you've been impacted by the coronavirus, loss of job, loss of income, and you make below certain amounts, the state of Arizona will help pay your rent for a short time. My guess is they're going to run out of these funds very quickly. So it's not as impactful as being able to do a forbearance for a long time, but still out there. So definitely want to share anything to help.
Yeah, guys, and keep an eye on both of our social media pages like Facebook and stuff for update on links and everything like that. Because we've posted these things over the last month or so. So go to our Facebook pages, mincollagroup.com or Modern Home Lending on Facebook. And just check those pages out because we've been giving the links pretty consistently.
Or message us too.
Or just reach out with any of these questions. Always use us as a resource. We love to answer questions. So there's no stupid questions, especially right now because everything's changing by the minute. So
For sure.
So one of the other big things that we talked about too before, and this is a big thing, is going to be your verification of employment right now more than ever, right? Because we're not seeing a bunch of people going into foreclosure or anything like that yet. Hopefully we don't, and this doesn't necessarily mean that we will where we are right now. But verification of employment's big because a lot of people have lost their job or put on furlough, right? So what are we seeing on that front as far as home loans or refinances go?
Yeah, I mean, we always verify employment one time through the process. Now lenders are requiring multiple times through the process and asking buyers and borrowers and employers to state whether there's been any change or not. So I've actually seen more people furloughed or had temporary reduction in income, or maybe they're getting half their pay, 75%, 90, 95%. I saw one 98% of their income. They got a 2% pay decrease.
Wow.
I'm seeing a lot more of that than unemployment completely, thankfully, but unemployment's out there. The U.S. history has never seen unemployment this quick.
Yeah.
And again, I keep reiterating it. We got into this 10 times quicker than anything else, like compared to 12 years, 13 years ago. And I'm hoping we can get out of it quicker, as far as jobs, people going back to work.
Yeah. And guys, I could be wrong, but last I heard, there are places hiring still, like obviously grocery stores, delivery services are just huge right now. Even like Instacart, they're hiring a bunch of people. Amazon, those are, I know maybe those aren't like professional type jobs that some of you may have, but that's certainly kind of a stopgap maybe, for people. Okay. So we talked a little bit about the economic relief and the forbearance. Did you have anything else you wanted to kind of clue us in on there, Evan?
Yeah, just on a high level, make sure you know what you're getting into. Call your servicer if you are having trouble or going to have trouble making your payments. So,
yeah. And, obviously you can always go to, contact us, but also the official sites to get your information from or links would be CDC, and az.gov for Arizona. People in Arizona those are obviously going to be the main sites to go to. Anything else you wanted to kind of clue us in on this week, Evan? We're trying to do these about it, maybe, every other week or so, or as things come up that we feel like we need to get out there?
Yeah, a lot of people have been looking into the, economic disaster loans, up
Okay.
to 10,000 forgiven, and then the Paycheck Protection Program. These are for
Small
business
business.
owners.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly. So these are for business owners. If you own a business and you are being impacted, or you have the threat that you might be impacted, because I know there's a lot of businesses that they're not hurting now, but maybe, they're on a 30, 60-day pay cycle that they know in a month or two they will be hurting. So if you're hurt at all, or if you might be hurting down the line, definitely you can even Google EIDL PPP for the Paycheck Protection Program. These are big programs to help small businesses, and they will run out of funds. So, there's the stimulus check for just everyday everyone, if you meet certain income requirements and all that kind of stuff. But if you do own a business and you have not looked into it, look into it. Feel free to reach out to us. There's different processes for each. Technically, we're actually licensed for the small business loan. We don't do it. It's not our expertise, but
Yeah.
we know enough to point you in the right direction and actually get you to a good resource.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Hey guys, a couple other things we're seeing just real quick that I wanted to mention too is obviously we are seeing, people doing more virtual tours, virtual showings, 24-hour open houses type of deals, those sorts of things. And, builders are taking appointments, but that is what they're actually doing by appointment only with certain number of people that are allowed. Usually they're not allowing kids, things of that nature. So, we had an inspection the other day, or an appraisal kind of same week. And, people are doing things like leaving the doors open ahead of time,
Of course.
sort of thing. So nobody's got to touch anything. Maybe having, extra hand sanitizing stations and things like that as you come in. We're able to do kind of sign-ins, for certain things like through these webinars, or virtual meetings where we can sign people in and have our buyer consultations now. Most people are, really not doing a lot of open houses right now, just because of kind of liability and things like that are, and people just playing it safe from that standpoint. So, those are just some of the tidbits that we're seeing as far as the real estate side. But I think there is a great opportunity here for a lot of people. Usually people are, how's it go, Evan? People are, who are usually looking to, do a good investment or make some money, on their investment is during these type of times, right?
I was talking to someone that works in the finance world, and they're like, they are busier than ever.
Yeah.
More, and unfortunately it's some of the wealthier people, but it's not bad, but there's a lot of people taking opportunity, of this.
Right.
But there's opportunity for a lot of people out there.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I mean, there's still opportunity, for homeowners and, buying a home right now, even buying a second or third property, for that sort of, investment. So over time, it's hard to lose in real estate. So yeah, guys, by the way, before I forget, happy Good Friday, happy Passover, happy Easter. Even though a lot of it's being done virtually now or in our homes,
thankful for Zoom.
Yeah, we can all Zoom in with family or watch, we've been watching masses and stuff, through YouTube Live and whatever. So, you make it work and you do what you got to do, right?
Yep.
So, guys, always feel free to reach out. You can always call us at 480-788-8569 or check us out at mincollagroup.com. And of course, Evan.
Cool. Yep, 602-456-2273. Reach out to me on Facebook, Evan Einhorn, Modern Home Lending. So, all good.
All right, guys. Thanks, Evan, for joining us and helping us out.
Thanks for having me.
What's going on? And we'll see you next
Happy holidays, everyone. Yeah.
Yes. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.
Cool. See ya.